Like all mornings, I start my day with a coffee and then I get to work planning everything out. This is the first day that I'm working on Joushu. And I started with making the Trello, setting everything up from the milestones, the first version, which is mainly terrain generations, a list for IDs and a list for eventual bugs that I will most certainly have. And then I started setting up the Godot project because I will be using the Godot engine for this project. I had a lot of difficulties with performance issues because I will be using 3D. I eventually got to fix them by changing certain things that I won't bother talking about in details. What I will be explaining is this game is going to be kind of a city building game, but with a kind of a focus of learning Japanese. Whilst building the city, you will learn all the words that are needed to be able to complete the quests, build the city, because the layout and everything will be in Japanese. Whilst I'm making and actually like doing the programming, the parts of the gaming experience, that will mostly be in English, and at the end of the project I will start translating everything and including the Japanese learning features, which you won't see until the later videos of this devlog. Then I went ahead into Blender to finally make some of the models that I'll be using, such as the grass blocks and the water. And I import them into Blender with a little bit of difficulty, especially it was kind of laggy, a lot of FPS drops, the performance wasn't great, so I had to change quite a lot about all the models. But in the end, 1 week later, finally fixed. I started off simple with trying to generate just squares and see if it would actually work and figure out how I would set up the collisions and everything. For the people who know some coding and want a good laugh, you can look at this. I'm really not one of the greatest programmers, or I'm not even remotely good, but I get everything working somehow. Some programming later, I finally was able to generate rivers, and looking at the FPS you can see one of the main problems. I was going way too big in scale, which I ended up figuring out later that I was going too oversized. So it was back to the drawing board and figuring out a way to decrease the performance issue, well, increase performance. And I also figured I was able to generate rivers, so let's start with generating trees as well, and this is one of the results. As this will be a very long-term project, I think, I thought it would be a nice idea to update everything in the Trello page as carefully as possible, so I know what I changed, when I changed it, just in case I do something majorly wrong, which will eventually happen. We are 1 week later now, and the progress I've made has been quite big. I got UI now and everything, so let's go through all the changes I've been making until this point, until today, day of recording. So let's go over the whole project as a whole of what I got right now. Now, the project is getting a little bit bigger, so it takes some time to finally show up when I open the editor, but normally it doesn't take too long. Okay, and there it is. So what we have our money, and yeah, this should be next to it, but for some reason it doesn't want to, it doesn't like it. We also have a feature that I will add later on, the different seasons and which day. Then we have build, remove, buy land, how many villages you have, an FPS counter for now just for testing, a save button and a settings button. Save works, setting doesn't. Control S also saves your progress. Build doesn't work, remove doesn't work, but we can buy lands. If we go to the main view, we basically see, we basically see this that should normally be hidden. Because what you normally see is this. Nothing until you start the game. Ooh, what's happening? Okay. So let's start the game. This is what you see if you have already a save. This is something that I bought all the land of, so the button is removed from buy land. Like you can see, the FPS isn't that happy, but that's because I have the collision boxes on. If I remove this and start again, then the FPS is a lot more happy. Then I get the maximum because I have VSync on. It's at 75 at all times. Now the outlines are gone, so it's a lot more easy to render. And I have a lot of money. I'm rich. I should probably add the yen sign here, but that's for later. So let's remove my save. For now, you cannot really remove your save easily. You have to go into all your files, Godot API data, okay, and delete this one. There's no way of resetting it yet. I should probably implement that in the game so I don't have to exit the whole time. So this is what you start with, and I have to give myself money first. But right now you can very easily cheat by just going into your save file and adding more money. And when we start now, I will have money and I will be able to buy land. So when seems like I forgot something. Let's take a quick look. So this is the code that I have so far. It's very confusing for me. I really need to look carefully where I put everything. I think that's under interface. So let's save this one first. And now yen. That fixes that issue normally. Yeah, I have yen now. Okay. Oh, whoops. Okay, I fixed it. I just disabled the wrong visibility layer. So when we buy land, we get a message. Okay, buy terrain. Price 2000 yen. Buy. Okay, I got it and trees got generated. I want more of the river, so buy land. Let's buy more river plot. Oh, whoops. The river is up over here. So you can have a 3x3 grids of lands. It's not that much, and the price increases gradually. So now it's 8. Oh, I thought that. Okay, there's still something wrong with the price apparently as well. Let me fix that as well. Okay, and that also got fixed now. So let's try again. So buy land gradually increases. You have to pay the amount. So up. Let's quickly go out and see what happens if you don't have the money to buy it. If you don't have enough money, then it will give an error. And this will of course change to all Japanese later on with guides on like how to learn everything for like what you need to know. So buy error, not enough money. Okay, cancel. This is basically how it will be. Layout is probably going to change to a little bit better looking layouts, but for now I'm kind of happy with it. It looks better than all my previous attempts on making games, so yeah, I don't really have that many complaints about my layout so far. So yeah, this is basically what I've got so far. I have kind of a lot of scripts right now. Yeah, it's in very early stages. Please let me know what you want to see of this project in the future, and if you have any suggestions of what I should add, please let me know in the comments below, and I promise the next devlog will include a lot more things, hopefully, because now we basically have automatic terrain generation. If I remove this, start again, we will have a completely different terrain. Like the river is now, oh yeah, on the other side. I cannot buy the layout, but yeah, you got the point. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye. I'm doing the sign and the top. Yeah, you cannot see me. Yay! Have fun studying Japanese. Bye bye.